Welcome, everyone. I'm so glad to have everyone here with me today. Health is such a crucial aspect of wellness and disease prevention. When our bodies are functioning optimally, we feel better, we think more clearly, we have more energy, and we look our best. Today, I'm going to address with you why detox and cleanse is so effective and important. We're going to also talk about how to detox safely, the foods that contribute to toxic buildup in your body. And last but not least, I'm going to invite you to join us on a health transformation journey. And remember that toxicity is often the root of many, many diseases. But most of us have no idea of what lurks beneath the surface, whether it is the foods that we eat, the beauty products that we use, the cleaning supplies in our home, the news we watch, the people we surround ourselves with, the thoughts that we entertain. We are exposed to an overwhelming level of toxins, which are not recognized by the body, mind, heart, and soul, and can wreak havoc on our overall quality of life. Our goal should be to live as nature intended, by purifying your body, mind, heart, and soul. So, is everybody ready? I know you are. So first, a little bit about who I am and why I care so much about cleansing and detoxification. My name is Dr. Michelle Gamble, and I'm a non-medical doctor of naturology and an integrative wellness mentor. I specialize in assisting people with various forms of chronic illness, whether it be diabetes, hypertension, autoimmune diseases, mental illnesses, you name it. If it is chronic, that is what I specialize in because I love to do a deep dive. And as one of my students just said today, I am a health detective. I love to investigate to get to the root of the issue. And that is why I care so much about cleansing and detoxification. One of the people who really brought this to my understanding of why it was so critical was a student that I had over 20 something years ago. Her name was Linda, and she came to me originally with cancer that had been operated on, and they had removed the cancer. And she came about 1 or 2 years after that particular surgery, breast cancer. So she had one of her breasts removed. And at that time, she was complaining of a lot of aches and pains all over her body, and she couldn't figure out what was going on. She would go to the doctor, and the doctor couldn't figure out what was going on either. So what I did at that time was I said, let's do a cleanse, because a cleanse helps you to take away a lot of the fog, not only physically in your body where there's a lot of noise going on, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually. In any case, she went through a 7-day cleanse with me at that time. And at the end of the cleansing period, she said, you know what, Michelle? I know where the pain is right now. I know where it's coming from. And she was able to identify specifically where the pain was radiating from. And she pointed to her leg. And so she was able to go into her doctor, and her doctor was able to do a specific scan of that area. And lo and behold, unfortunately, she found that the cancer that they thought that they had removed, and this is always the case with cancer, because the reality is that we always have cancer cells in our body. And just simply removing the tissue does not stop the process that generated the replication and the out of control growth of the cancer cells. In her case, the cancer had metastasized to her bone, and it was most prevalent in that location. So through the process of going through a cleanse, she was able to get rid of all of the noise, because like I said, the pain was radiating all over her body and she couldn't figure out where specifically it was coming from. And through that process, she was able to hone in on the root of the problem. So now what we're going to be talking about is a little bit more than just cleansing and detoxification in general. What I'm going to be focusing on is talking about a holistic cleanse. And why a holistic cleanse? Well, the first part of it is, number one, you're here because you've seen the handwriting on the wall. There's something going on in your life that says, you know what? I need to take stock. I need to really hone in on something has got to change. I may not know specifically what needs to change, but I know that I'm at that point where I need to start doing things differently. That's what I refer to as the handwriting on the wall. And then as you go through the cleansing process, the reason why it's a holistic cleanse is because you're going to start to dive deeply into identifying those areas of your life that are inconsistent with your total health and well-being. As you go through this journey, you're going to start to identify what I refer to as the false gods and those belief systems that sabotage your best efforts, your best you. You're also going to be able to identify and start the process of releasing and clearing away anchors to the past, emotional anchors that tie you, that bind you to looping a specific type of emotional energy or a specific type of emotional pattern. And then last but not least, what most people think about when we talk about cleansing and detoxification is we're going to do a deep dive into the physical, where you're going to start to clear the colon, the lungs, the skin, the liver, the gallbladder, the kidney, the spleen, all of these different areas of the body, all these different systems of the body that need to go through a process of periodic cleansing and detoxification. So now the question becomes, why is cleansing so important? Why should you do a cleanse? Well, detoxification is growing increasingly popular as people are starting to recognize that their health is being compromised by toxic load. And I'm going to go into what toxic load is in greater detail in just a moment. But the basic premise is that your body, mind, heart, and soul accumulates more toxins in the modern world than the natural detoxification systems can handle. Your physical detoxification systems are your liver, your kidney, your lungs. Now, proponents say that chemicals from pesticides, chlorine, bleach, ammonia, carbon monoxide, and all a plethora of various environmental toxins build up over time and can eventually cause disease. There are many things that you can do to improve your health, but it won't make any difference if you don't first clean house. And so not only in terms of cleaning the physical house that you live in, but cleaning this house, this temple that God created us with, right? Otherwise known as your body. Consuming organic and non-GMO foods, drinking purified water, and using high-quality supplements that support and nourish are all fine and necessary ideas. But if your digestive tract and other internal organs are all gooked up with junk that has been accumulating over time, your body is not in a position to receive the benefits of these proactive steps. So let's first begin with avoiding toxic exposure that is often difficult because toxins are everywhere, but becoming mindful can really go a long way. Remember that these toxins are not just in chemicals and in junk food. These toxins are also found in our thoughts, in our perception of ego, in our water, in our emotions, in the denatured foods, or what we call foods these days, and in foods that trigger allergic reactions to our body. The key is recognizing that your toxic load is accumulating. And so that is what we're going to talk about now. Toxic load. A toxin is a substance that causes harm to the body, mind, heart, or soul. Your toxic load refers to the accumulation of all these toxins and how it affects your overall being at any given point in time. The burden that it places on your entire being, entire body systems, and all of your organs. A good way to determine if your body may be overwhelmed or inundated with toxins is if you are experiencing something with your health that is reoccurring. That's what I refer to as chronic illness. It's going on and on and on and on and on. So no matter what you try to do to support your condition or ailment, it keeps coming back. It may be head tension, it may be rashes, it may be acid reflux, it may be the inability to sleep, it may be the fact that you keep on gaining weight, or the fact that you're feeling fatigued. Toxins come from many sources. In fact, the world around us is saturated with toxins. Right now, one of the major toxins that is saturating the world is the toxin of fear. Now, keep in mind that pathogens and chemicals and radiation are three of the most common physical toxins. Pathogens are microbial agents such as bacteria, fungi, or viruses that invade the body and can cause infection or disease. Chemicals are any natural or synthetic substances that can cause harm to the body. Common examples of chemicals are ingredients that are in processed foods such as artificial sweeteners, flavor enhancers, automobile exhaust, cigarette smoke, solvents, plastics, pesticides, xenoestrogens, and harsh cleaning products. We are surrounded by chemicals everywhere we go, whether it's coming off of the fabric on the couch where we are sitting, or the carpet in our homes, or the sheets that we sleep in at night. We are exposed to chemicals everywhere. And the last toxin that I want to talk to you about in terms of physical toxins is radiation, EMFs. And this refers to high energy particles that can cause damage to the cellular structures and our DNA. The most common sources of radiation are cell phones, microwaves, our computers, and having Wi-Fi all around us all the time. So my goal with our time together is teaching you how to reduce your toxic load in three ways: avoiding toxic exposure, supporting your defensive functions, and supporting your elimination functions. Now, our skin is the largest organ of our entire body, and it is constantly consuming everything it touches. Remember, everything that you put on your skin is going into your body, is being absorbed by the cells on your skin, especially the harmful toxins. So let's begin by avoiding toxic exposure, which is often difficult because toxins are everywhere, like I said before. But there are always protective barriers that you can use, such as gloves or masks, when you are in a highly polluted area, such as doing the cleaning in your bathroom or things of that nature. Of course, I always like to recommend using essential oils as a way of avoiding toxic chemicals for cleaning. And essential oils have been demonstrated to positively affect our environment, both internally and externally. Diffusing essential oils in our home and work area is a preventative measure that can also help you to clean and purify the air. You should also consider washing your produce with lemon oil added to water in combination with vinegar and baking soda to reduce the harmful contaminants that are on your fruits and vegetables. Remember, a few drops of essential oil go a long, long way. And you can also use essential oils in your cleaning products, in your laundry products. They can be used instead of harsh chemicals to reduce your overall toxic load. So now let's touch on how cleansing and detoxification can support the defensive functions of your body. The main function of your body's gastrointestinal tract is to absorb nutrients from the food that we eat and excrete waste products. The body must be able to distinguish usable substances from harmful toxins. To accomplish this differentiation, the GI tract serves as a selective barrier that strictly regulates the absorption of nutrients and prevents toxins from entering the blood and lymphatic system. To simplify this for everyone, the GI tract acts as an exit pathway for toxins. Now, very, very important, the lack of nutrient absorption has the potential to compromise not only your immune system, but also your mood and your brain function. One more time, because this is very, very important. The lack of proper nutrient absorption has the potential to compromise your immune system your mood, your brain function, and practically every other system in your body. The reason I'm repeating this statement is because many people suffer with their health and they feel crazy, literally crazy, because they try everything and nothing improves their situation. This is very well could be the result of nutrients that are not being absorbed. And I want you to know that there is a better way to live. If your gut is not functioning well, your entire system will suffer. Your life will suffer. Your emotions will suffer. Your mental abilities will suffer. The digestive system is the home to trillions of bacteria, which are collectively called microflora. The majority of these bacteria reside within the large intestine, but some are also found throughout the rest of the digestive tract. Friendly bacteria are those known with physiological benefits. These bacteria assist in digestion. They help to also prevent the growth of harmful microbes. They produce essential nutrients and they break down indigestible substances. And they participate in immune messaging. And what many people don't realize is that they also help to produce powerful neurotransmitters that are very essential in terms of your mind and mood health. To maintain the health of the digestive system, it is crucial that the gastrointestinal tract be adequately populated with many friendly strains of bacteria. Many lifestyle factors can threaten the integrity of intestinal bacterial colonies. It's important to avoid or limit exposure to these threats in order to maintain the health of your gut's microflora. Physical stressors, exposure to toxins, an unhealthy diet, and traveler's exposure and antibiotics can all damage friendly microflora or cause the overgrowth of harmful strains, as well as low oxygen environment. If the microflora population becomes compromised, it can lead to many undesirable consequences. Here are a list of lifestyle factors that threaten the health and vitality of your microbiome. Sometimes traveling, antibiotics, refined carbs, sugar, yeasty foods, immune suppressing drugs, artificial sweeteners, mercury fillings, decreased enzymes in our food because you're eating a lot of cooked foods, decreasing hydrochloric acid as we age, and acid blocking medications. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my microflora is compromised? Well, there are many symptoms associated with an unhealthy level of beneficial microflora, and I'm happy to have that discussion with anyone offline if you're interested. Now, the third area that we're going to focus on is in reducing toxic load by managing our exposure and optimizing elimination. Our body has a complex system of detoxification, complete with organs and processes that allow elimination of any toxin that may enter the body. The liver, the kidneys, the colon are involved in our body's natural detoxification processes. But so too, interestingly enough, are your skin, your lungs, and your GI tract. It is important to take measures to support these vital organs. As we focus now on elimination of toxins, we must first ensure that there are open pathways of elimination. Our body has primary and secondary chimneys through which it removes waste. Oftentimes, the primary chimneys are often neglected and or overlooked because they are under functioning. The secondary chimneys will then take on the load. The secondary chimneys are things like your skin. In fact, the skin is often referred to as the third kidney, and it is what we refer to as a sympathetic chimney, often moving waste that is really intended to be eliminated through your colon and through your urine. But if those areas are backed up, then the skin takes over to try and eliminate. With this in mind, it then becomes our first focus to ensure that we have the proper flow of both the intestinal and urinary tract, as well as lifting any unnecessary burdens from the other chimneys of the body so that they don't become overburdened and therefore they won't overexpress once we increase the process of detoxification. So how can we best do this? Well, it's time that we start to discuss how to create a better present and future you with your health. The key to successful detoxification involves the use of correct products as well as correct methodology. And this is what we're going to take a deep dive into. So now let's talk about what is a holistic cleanse, because many people have the misperception that a cleanse is simply physical. You know, I've heard several people say, oh, Michelle, I'm going to do a colon cleanse, or I'm going to do a liver cleanse, oh, I'm going to do a kidney cleanse. Some people even talk about doing a blood cleanse, right? And then the other misperception is that you can just simply take a product and that product is one size fits all, and boom, everything is done. And then the other misperception is that all you have to do it is a little bit of time and then it's over, and that it's a means to an end. My approach is almost the reverse of all of that. And what I have come to understand through working with people for over 25 years now is that a holistic cleanse has to include addressing the mental, spiritual, emotional, as well as the physical aspects of a person, and that it has to be customized. So yes, there may be certain common products that we use for everyone, but then each individual needs to have it customized, sometimes in terms of dosage, because some people are very sensitive, and so they can't take the same amount of product as another person. And some people can't take certain products as other people. So everything needs to be customized. There's certain people who have underlying conditions that need to be taken into consideration. And that is one of the challenges that I think that there is with certain general cleansing programs, such as, say, the Daniel Plan, where they're not taking into consideration the individual variations that need to be addressed. There are certain people that have blood glucose regulation issues, meaning that their blood sugar goes up and down. And so they can't do certain types of cleanses because it'll give further stress to their systems. And then the other thing is that what I tell people is that really and truly, you should be cleansing every single day of your life. There are different little things that you can integrate into your life to help the cleansing and the detoxification process. And it just fluctuates in terms of intensity. So for me personally, and what I suggest to all of my students is that we do an intense cleanse at least 3 to 4 times a year. And at the same time, there are various things that we do on an ongoing basis that help to support the cleansing and detoxification of the body. And then last but not least, the cleanse is actually the beginning of the transformation, not the end. So when we do a cleanse, at the very end of that cleansing period, we talk about transitioning into the beginning of someone's life that hopefully will have been transformed through that process. Now, the body's natural process for detoxification is done by removing impurities from the blood in the liver, where the toxins are being processed for elimination. The body also eliminates toxins through the kidneys, the intestines, the lungs, the lymphatic system, and the skin. We're continually bombarded with various chemicals and environmental toxins, which can slow down the body's elimination process. Detoxification is about resting, cleansing, nourishing the body from the inside out. And this is where, again, I tend to differ from a lot of people. Before I go into a deep dive with my students, I always make sure that we have properly nourished the body and that we're providing a lot of rest and support so that you have the energy and the capability to actually go through the detoxification process without what we refer to as a healing crisis. Many believe that detoxifying can help to prevent disease, and I believe that it helps to prevent disease by removing and eliminating toxins and feeding your body with healthy nutrients. The goal of the detoxification process is to boost the body's natural cleansing by resting the organs through fasting, by stimulating the liver to drive the toxins from the body, promoting elimination through the intestines, the kidney, and the skin, improving circulation of the blood, and refueling the body with healthy nutrients. So, who needs a cleanse? Who needs a holistic cleanse? I think everyone who is considering making a dramatic change in his or her life should consider doing a cleanse, because it helps to give you clarity about where you're going. Also, people who are willing to challenge old beliefs and release themselves from the bondage of past habits and past lives and past events, and you just want to let all of that go. And last but not least, anyone who's ready to embrace a new you, to grow and to change and to look forward to the expansion of who you are. Now, some of the common symptoms of toxicity that would let you know also that it is time for a cleanse are things like unexplained fatigue, sluggish elimination, irritated skin, allergies, low-grade infection, puffy eyes or bags under the eyes, bloating, menstrual problems, mental confusion. Anyone who's experiencing one or more of those things can benefit from at least doing a short detoxification to help to alleviate the stress on the body, the mind, the heart, and the spirit. How many of you are experiencing one or more of these symptoms? And have you ever considered that they may be the result of a buildup of toxicity? Detoxification is not a new discovery. For centuries, cultures around the world have practiced detoxification as part of religious rituals and have been rewarded with health benefits. There are some results that other people have resulted with after a detox: clearer skin, weight loss, increased immunity, lessening of cravings, relief from food intolerances, improved clarity and a sense of well-being, an improved sense of direction with your life, elimination of excess waste, and more energy. Sounds good, right? Now, before you start thinking that detoxification sounds too good to be true, keep in mind that it works. The results you put in will lead you to the results that you're looking for. The effort you put in will lead to the results that you're looking for. And you are in the right place, because now we're going to talk more about when is it time to change. Another thing to consider with when it's time to change, in addition to things like getting ready for a job, career change, looking at shifting your relationships. Maybe you're getting out of a relationship, or maybe you're considering getting into another relationship. Maybe it's your health status that you want to change, or any other major life-changing situation. Now, you'll recall that in the beginning, I also said that I encourage people to do a cleanse at least 4 times a year. And those times of the year that I encourage people to do a cleanse is when nature is cleansing, when nature is shifting from one season to the next. That is why we are doing this particular presentation at this time, because we're going to be doing our cleanse in alignment with the spring equinox as the Northern Hemisphere transitions from the winter into the spring. So the spring equinox is around March 21st to the 24th. The summer solstice is June 21st to the 24th. The fall equinox is September, and the winter solstice is December. These are the times when the world is transitioning in terms of the energy. And these are also the times when you'll notice that many people get sick, because their bodies are trying to eliminate the crud from the previous system. Their body's trying to deal with a lot of immune challenges. So now, are you ready to take your health to the next level? A cleanse is a health regimen designed to remove toxins from your body, mind, heart, and soul. And we often don't realize how many toxins we're exposed to. And people all too often begin to experience negative side effect of toxic overload and go down that rabbit hole without any relief. My hope and desire for you is that you take time to plan from our time together so that you can cleanse your life and keep it toxic free. So now, what we're going to talk about are some of the things that you can do to initiate your own cleansing program. The first thing is to set an intention. It is important to first identify what is your goal? Why are you doing this cleanse? What are you hoping to achieve? And determine a way to measure where you are with regards to your goal so that you can track your success. If your goal is weight loss, then weigh and measure yourself. If your goal is getting rid of headaches, then document the duration and intensity and frequency surrounding the factors of your discomfort. If your goal is more frequent and less painful bowel movements, keep a chart and track them. What you ate before and how you felt. If your goal is to de-stress, map out how you feel throughout the day. If your goal is to gain clarity with your life, be sure to keep a journal so that you can write down the inspirations that come to you during the cleanse. Now, proper preparation is going to be your key to success. One of the most important things that you can do to prepare is to clean out your kitchen of all the junk. Go through your pantry, your refrigerator, your cabinets, your baskets to remove anything processed, sugary, or caffeinated. Letting go is a great feeling. You can donate unopened foods to the friend or a food pantry if you don't want to throw things out. Next, gather the recipes, and I will share some with the students who participate in our cleanse. And if you can spare 5 minutes to sit down and prepare your menu for the week, you'll have an easier time making a shopping list and avoiding the temptation of unhealthy foods. When we go through a cleanse together as a group, we always provide you with all the recipes and menus and shopping lists that you can need to make sure that your cleansing process is as easy as possible. Remember to start every morning with a glass of warm lemon water to stimulate digestion for the day and to clear the body of toxins that may have settled in the digestive tract overnight. Then drink chilled lemon water throughout the day. Now, this is something that I encourage people to do regardless of whether or not you're doing a cleanse. It is a phenomenal boost to your liver to start the day with a warm glass of lemon water. You may also want to add about a teaspoon or more of apple cider vinegar to the water and perhaps some ginger. These are things that will help to reinvigorate the liver and start to clear out the digestive system for the day. Drinking lemon water also supports the immune functions. It alkalizes the body, it aids digestion, and it helps to clear the skin and promote overall healing. Now, smoothies are packed with nutrition and can make a great meal. And you can hide all kinds of healthy ingredients in a smoothie. So you can put in aloe water, you can put in spinach, you can put in chia seeds, you can put in strawberries, you can put in pumpkin seeds. All of these things are phenomenal in helping your body to detoxify. Also, additional techniques that will help you to detoxify are eating lots of fiber, including brown rice and organically grown fresh fruits and vegetables. Things like beets, radishes, beets especially, absolutely phenomenal for your cardiovascular system and your liver. Radishes, artichokes, cabbage, phenomenal for your gut health. Broccoli, phenomenal for anti-cancer properties. Spirulina, chlorella, seaweed are excellent detoxifying foods. Cleanse and protect your liver by taking herbs such as dandelion root, burdock, milk thistle, and drinking green tea. Take vitamin C, which helps the body to produce glutathione, a liver compound that helps to drive away toxins. Drink at least 2 quarts of water a day. I usually give people the general advice of taking half of your body's weight. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you take half of that, which is 50, and that's the amount of ounces to drink in a day. Make sure to utilize a stainless steel water bottle so that you do not draw the toxins from a plastic bottle. Breathe deeply. This is perhaps one of the most powerful tools of detoxification. Many people do not realize that your primary detoxification organ is not actually your intestines, but your lungs. You let go of the majority of your toxicity through your exhalation. That is one of the reasons why I say crap, crap, crap for all these horrible masks, because what they're doing is preventing people from properly exhaling and letting go of bacteria and other toxins and carbon dioxide from the body. Remember also, sweating in a sauna so that your body can eliminate waste through perspiration. Remember, we said one of the primary organs of detoxification is your skin. Your skin releases all kinds of toxins through your perspiration. Dry brush your skin or try to detox foot spas to remove toxins through your pores. Special brushes are available at various stores like Bed Bath & Beyond and things of that nature. Now, once you've completed your selected detox, please do not go back to all the foods that you removed immediately. This is especially true when you're doing a fast or a juice detoxification program. You want to incorporate solid foods, starting with the easiest foods to digest gradually. You may be feeling so great after your detox that you don't even want to add certain foods back. If, however, you decide that you want to add meat back in, choose healthy proteins to reintroduce them to your system gradually. If you've removed several foods, wait several days between reintroducing them, because you want to identify whether or not those foods are triggering a unfavorable response from your body. So for example, if you remove gluten and meat and dairy, then pick one item to add back to your diet, then wait 3 days before adding the next food item. This will help you to prevent your system from becoming overwhelmed, and it'll also help you to identify things that are not beneficial to your body. Now, some pretty amazing results have been reported by detoxers who significantly reduced their sugar intake. Just reducing your sugar intake, right? Weight loss is noted as the most noticeable outward sign, followed by clearer complexion, and internal benefits include increase in sustainable energy and less bloating and gas. Also, more balanced moods and less anxiety. Refined sugar is one of the most harmful things that you can put into your body that isn't outright classified as narcotic or a poison. In fact, I say it's a drug because it functions very much like other drugs in terms of altering not only the systems in your body, but your mental functioning. So now, once you've broken the cycle of sugar dependency and cleaned your system of its effects, sugary snacks like donuts and cakes don't have the same irresistible appeal that they once had. And the foods that you never thought of as being particularly sweet, like bell peppers and carrots and beets, will start to taste very sweet to you. Something naturally sweet, like an apple, will start to taste like candy. By ditching the refined sugar, your palate will become more attuned to the natural sweetness of real foods. When removing animal products from your diet, the body goes through a cleansing mode to get itself rid of all the cumulative toxins. One of the noted benefits of detoxifying from meat and dairy include reduced inflammation, lower blood cholesterol levels, and rebalancing healthy gut bacteria. Even if you're not ready to become vegetarian or vegan or anything like that, it's recommended to avoid meat and dairy while going through a detoxification program, because meat slows down digestion, it clogs up the bowels, and it breeds harmful bacteria in your gut. Milk and cheese and other dairy products are acidic to the body and lead to reduced cell function and the slowing down of the detoxification process. Now that you have a better idea of why you want to detox, let's take a look at how you can do this. Detoxification is all about what you're feeding yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, I don't mean counting calories or doing any crazy stuff like that. What I'm talking about is removing known food offenders and increasing your intake of non-toxic foods. So non-toxic foods include things like stevia, greens, fruit, water, vitamins, legumes, nuts, seeds, and herbal teas. I want to make sure that you are aware of the fact that many organs of the body have powerful detoxification functions, particularly the liver, the kidneys, and the colons. And supporting these organs is important for maintaining optimal detoxification function and keeping the body clear of toxins. The liver is the metabolic powerhouse responsible for processing fats, proteins, carbohydrates, and other nutrients into forms that are easier to use by the rest of the body. This organ also plays a key role in detoxifying the body of drugs or toxins. After metabolism in the liver, any waste products must be eliminated. Solid waste is removed through their colon in the form of feces, while nitrogenous wastes are eliminated through the kidneys as urea, otherwise known as pee. Noticing that the liver does not have its own outside chimney and is reliant on two primary chimneys. These two primary chimneys are, like I said, the colon and the kidneys. And so it is very important to pay attention to these. So take a breath and realize a part of bodily functions, your eating, your breathing, coming into contact with the environment through our skin. One of the primary functions of our vital organs is to be protective. And the largest organ in the body is the skin. And it also has a primary function of protecting against toxic exposures and infections. The lungs help to filter the air that we breathe. The gastrointestinal tract from the stomach to the colon is also significant in terms of cleansing and filtering the toxins. So our body's filtering and waste management systems are capable of managing a certain amount of exposure to toxic influencers. But in our modern world of environmental pollutants and harmful chemicals found in prepared foods, beauty products, treated water, the body's filtering systems can be challenged. So just like the filter in a car or a furnace or a coffee machine can become clogged over time, your body's filtering organs can become clogged with toxins. Your mind can become clogged with negative thoughts, depleting thoughts. Your heart can become toxin with emotions that you are not releasing. And so it's very important to release all of these various forms of toxins. Hydrating is very important also. So now, one of the things that I talk to people about is looking at the air that you breathe, the quality of the air that you breathe. And one of the things that I utilize to help to clear and purify the air in my environment is an active pure technology that is created by Balara. This particular technology helps to clear not only the air, but also the surfaces in your environment. So if you're interested in learning more about that particular technology, you can always get back to me and I can tell you more about that. Another thing to consider is your clothing. Think about all of the toxins that are accumulated in your clothing through not only the dyes that are in the clothing and sometimes various chemicals that they keep put in the clothing to help to preserve the clothing, but more importantly, through the laundry detergents that we use. And I utilize a specific type of purification system that allows me to clean my clothes using cold water and no laundry detergents. And my clothes come out fresh and clean. That is truly amazing. And this is so beneficial, especially for people who have sensitive skin, right? Another thing is that I also incorporate utilizing what's referred to as a Cleanse and Restore kit by doTERRA. And this particular kit helps to incorporate many, many different needs that the body has to effectively cleanse and detoxify all the various systems in the body. So, like I said at the very beginning, I am inviting you to join us on our cleanse for this spring, which is going to involve 30 days of coaching support, along with a private metabolic assessment where you will complete a survey that will help us to identify which systems of your body are compromised, so that when we customize your cleanse, we will be able to give particular support to those specific areas. And it'll also give you an understanding of which areas you may want to test to make sure that they are balanced. And I'll be able to give you more information about how you can test those particular systems and different things that you can ask your healthcare professional to provide you with. The 30 days of coaching also consists of a private transition session at the very end, because remember I said your cleanse is actually the beginning of the transformation, not the end. And it includes 5 weekly group sessions, an online course, and a support app that is going to give you all of the recipes and the shopping lists and everything that you need to be able to go through the cleanse in a most beneficial manner. It is a 4-week cycle. During the first week, we focus primarily on mental spiritual cleanse, where we go through a series of positive affirmation videos while preparing the body with proper nutrition to fortify you and strengthen you so that you can cleanse effectively. Week 2 goes into an intensive emotional cleanse, where I teach you various breathing exercises and meditation videos to help to get you to be more in alignment with the fruit of the Spirit. We focus on peace, love, joy, temperance, all of these fruit of the Spirit as we journey through the second week. And again, giving even more support to the body to get itself ready for the Olympics, which is week 3, when we do the intensive physical cleansing. And by that time, you're just going to be ready. Your body's going to be energized to go through this cleansing period and release all the stuff that is clogging you and weighing you down. And then last but not least, we transition into week 4, where we start to go through the process of getting more in alignment with a lifestyle and starting to identify the things that are triggering us as we reintroduce foods back into our program. So this holistic cleanse is available to you, and there are also customized options that you can add on to the cleanse. And for those people who choose to join us on this cleanse during the spring equinox, the month of March, we're going to be starting on March 1st, going through March 30th. And for the first 5 people who sign up with our program, I will provide you at no extra charge with your Cleansing and Restore kit. This Cleansing and Restore kit is valued at over $300, but I'm going to be giving it to you so that you have one less thing to be worried about as you go on your cleanse. So now, I want to say thank you for joining me. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me with an email, with a phone call. And if you have time, message me and tell me about what your thoughts are. If you ever feel discouraged, remember that you are what you're working towards. And I'd love to hear about your experience over the next couple of weeks as you integrate some of the things that we spoke about in this particular presentation. Please share with me your thoughts about our experience. And if you need guidance on anything pertaining to health and wellness, feel free to reach out to me. If you're ready to take that deep dive into doing a phenomenal cleanse and totally transforming your life, body, mind, heart, and soul, be sure to reach out to me and I will get you started on that phenomenal journey of doing a holistic seasonal cleanse, our 30-day adventure.